In this video, we are going to be analysing Marvell Technologies, ticker MRVL. If you want your own stock analysed, throw that in the comments. We'll get around to it when we can. Now, to get straight into it, we're sitting around $60 as we're recording this video, down about 4.5% on the day. Now, why is this key? Because firstly, where did we get to? We came to around $68. Now, this is key because, again, if you watch any of our channels before or you understand standard deviation channels, you know above this green area, that is our third deviation. Anything above there is extremely overbought. You expect stocks to pull back and not trade above those levels for very long. So, again, we can quickly mark those out, and that's going to be the $57 and the $55 range. Whenever you are above this, again, we don't expect to trade outside of it long. So this ideally is where you can catch it short bias. If it's above this level, again, the probability is you will come and trade back below this range here. So again, that's what we're starting to do now. We had a lot of these kind of big AI names after the Nvidia news pop. And again, it is kind of most likely an overreaction, especially as we have the debt ceiling news coming out today at 7 PM. Once that is, or if the deal gets confirmed, then again, the market is most likely going to start pulling back, and Marvell is going to be one of those names that most likely continues to follow the overall market and in time trade and start closing below that $55 level. So that's the main focus really. Above this level, I don't really have targets, but it's just short bias. Now, ideally, the range was to get short at this kind of level. And again, when we're taking these shorts, because when the stocks are coming to these levels, they're usually quite parabolic, we want defined risk. So that means usually there's three ways I will trade it. Covered shares, meaning we short the shares, we buy the calls to define that risk. We can either do vertical spreads or we just buy outright puts. So again, doing anything above at that range or above can usually be a good win rate probability. Now we are starting to pull down, so once we can break below the third deviations on the way down, again, if we're short bias, these are going to be targets to be locking in profits. And if we're potentially a day trader or a long bias trader, these are areas where you can potentially get bounces. So if we go lower, we have a level at around 41.50. That's going to be our second deviation on the 1 year, but right below that at 51.30 or 51.20, sorry, we have the second deviation on the 6 month. So that 30-cent range really going to be key. On the way down, again, if I'm holding it short, that's going to be really a main target where we lock in the majority of our profits, if not all, and again, at a minimum, moving our stops. But it is also a high probability bounce level. So if we want to trade this long bias, again, we could potentially get a small bounce. Again, play it probably to around 53. That's where I'd be locking in profits, moving stops to break even. And if it did continue higher, looking to get out completely around $55. If we continue even lower though, then we have $47 support and then a $45.50. Again, you can use this as a range or individual levels, as this level or range is a bit wider. But again, this is basically going to be that final target if I'm holding it short bias, not looking to really trade it any short or lower down than that. And if I'm looking for those long bounces, I'm not paying attention to that or the next level below this. So this would be my main focus. Now, if we did break lower, that's where we start coming into statistical mean, and that's between $42.75 and $39. So this range, if you understand what kind of fair value is, this is what we would consider fair value. So from a trading perspective, I don't ever like buying at this range because, again, it's kind of a gamble which direction we go. We're kind of waiting for that catalyst to take us in a direction. So I don't like trading in this range. However, if I was looking at it as an investment, this is the highest I ever look to buy. Ideally, again, looking to buy below that level, but I would never be buying above that level as an investment. Now, if we come down, what are the key levels to be paying attention to? And again, these can be investment or trading levels. That's going to be $34, $33, and $30 as key supports on the way down. Again, you can use that as a support zone. But again, that is very far from where we are now. So my main focus now is if you're holding it short bias, again, locking in profits at these kind of key zones. If you're not currently in the trade, probably not something I'd be touching all that much unless you're looking for those kind of small pops off these deviation zones. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you will probably enjoy this video too.